How's everyone doing? Football is back. So good. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch Leeds United. I'm recording this at 2:30 in the morning, Friday morning. It's one day away. It feels like a new season. It feels like, I don't know, we've got new players, we've got all these new things, and then the international break stopped it. We're winning football games, and new players playing. Then international break was like, nah, you've got to wait. They're here now, and I can't wait. Game against Burnley tomorrow. Um, Tough one. How many times do I say that? That's the coaching side. You get told every game is tough. Every game is tough. Never go in with easy mentality. Oh, every game is tough. Yeah, it's going to be tough though. There's a lot of context as to why, and then let's look at Burnley for the first instance. You know, got a very good squad. I think in terms of quality, probably quite similar to us. I think you could argue in certain depth positions they edge it, in certain areas we edge it. Lost a lot of players, but did manage to keep two or three key assets that I think could be really good for them. So it'll be a good game. I think it's two very even sides, two managers who have both been promoted twice from this level. I mean, good game. I'm looking forward to it. I know they've not been great. I know they've not blown their fans away with their performances, but in a way they've kind of just eased into it at a point. And let's be real, the fact that I'm seeing Burnley fans actually say that this is a bad time and they don't want to, it's a good time to play them and they're worried and stuff. And I get that, but the context of that being, what I'd say to them Burnley fans is, we've had 13 players, I think not 12 or 11 first team players off in international duty, where I believe they've had 4 first team players. And people that like to use say you can't use that, you can. You go to a training session with 7 or 8 players and try and go, right, we've got a game on Saturday with half a squad. Try and teach what you want to do in that game at that training session with half the squad there. It is difficult. Difficult. The biggest thing in football from any coach, and I've experienced this, there's never ever enough time. Even if you've got all week to prepare, it never feels like enough time, ever. One whole training session. Your entire squad. Aye. Let's hope we can keep a lot of similarities from last week and build on that. You know, they know the formula, they know what they need to do. That's the best way to do this. That's the best way we're going to get a result. We need to keep the continuity. For me, that is important. Do what you guys are good at. Do the same messages I put in every week. Understand them, learn them, and execute them. That's the plan. But it's the opposition side of it. You know, you do a lot of opposition analysis. You tweak certain things for the opposition. Now let's hope that the team, the coaching staff, the analyst staff have sent some good videos out to our players for them to watch, and let's hope they've learned the messages in that. Otherwise, we're in trouble. But I'm assuming they will, because we have a very good team, we have very good staff, and it's a big game, and we have to take it seriously. And this is just from experience, people, of going to training sessions with 5 turning up when you have a game the day after. And that is a key training session where you want to get certain messages, certain stuff, you want to see certain things happen, lean into the game, and you've got 5 there. And you have to explain on the morning of the game to 7 or 8 players what they need to do. And then 10 minutes into the game, they're going, I don't know what I'm doing. It's tough. It's the international break's fault. It's no one else's fault. It's rubbish. It's a terrible time. And the fact that we've got that many good players is frustrating. Not frustrating. It's frustrating that we have to suffer because we've got good players. But so do Burnley. Their good players are English or French or Belgium or whatever, so they've not gone. Ours are from, Japan, Bulgaria, the youth sides, so it's whatever. But I'm excited and I think we'll win. I think we can win. I think we can win this game. I think we've got a very good team. Taking confidence from the last few games and the last few results, building on that. I'd say the new players have had more time to integrate themselves. 2 of them have. Ramazani definitely has. That will help a lot. Schmidt has. That will help a lot too. You know, the guys been there have been there since the window closed. Tanaka, Solomon, for example, won't have more, but Solomon already came in and he already looked quite comfortable. Tanaka won't have learnt too much, but I wouldn't expect him to have started anyway. So naturally, I don't think that would affect it. And Bulgaria. And Gruev came back, I believe, 2 days earlier, which means he will have had longer to prepare. So it's fine for me. Ampadu knows the system very well. He don't need to be here straight away. Same for Rodon. Junior Firpo can just slot in and do his thing. So it's only really the front four. That's it. The rest of the team's fairly solid. They know Daniel Farke. They know the way everything work. So I think it'll be all right from that aspect. I'm looking forward to it. I just want to talk about one thing. Obviously, the Angus Kinnear stuff came out. Look, I just consume that as a fan. I don't do content on that stuff. That's not what I like to talk about. I enjoy listening to it. I enjoy thinking about all that stuff. I love it. I love stuff like that. The Square Ball guys, as usual, did a great job. It was excellent. I love it. I look forward to it every single year. But I'm not going to do out on it because that's not my lane. I don't really talk about stuff like that. But there's one thing I want to talk about, which is my lane, and that is the recruitment side of it. Now I'm seeing people say that the Buendia stuff and all that there's no chance. There's no chance of this. What I would say, there isn't, to me, a huge difference in Manor Solomon and Buendia. And I know people screaming, but there isn't. Tell me why. Tell me what there is. I don't think there is at all. You have Manor Solomon, who was pairing up for Shakhtar Donetsk, playing well in the Champions League, scoring goals in the Champions League for them. And then because of the war, got that move on loan to Fulham. And then soon after that, even with an injury-ridden season at Fulham, got that move to Spurs in the Champions League. Or a team, the top 6 Premier League side, right? Is there much difference? The two guys have had bad injury years. Andreas hardly played in 2 years, by the way, people. Hardly played a game, a single game. Solomon, same. Before their injuries, similar level. That's a fact. They just were. Buendia was a similar level of Solomon. If they could both stay fit, they would both be competing in their current sides they're in. Solomon would be competing for Tottenham, and Buendia would be competing for Villa. Both of them would be competing at them clubs. Both similar clubs in where they're at in the table, right? Very similar. I don't mind it. The Hamer one, I never thought that would happen personally. I thought that one was a bit silly. Even if they got told, look, this might happen, and look, I said I work for an agency. I understand that side of it. I understand how you can, what they say, and might be a chance. I'm going, no. We're the direct rivals. They're not selling him to us. They'd rather deduct 5 more points and give us Gus Hamer. Trust me, that would never have happened. But the Buendia one, I thought, now I've heard it, I don't think it would have happened. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, but I don't think it's laughable. I think it's not something that people act like you spend weeks and weeks. You just a discussion. It's just a quick discussion. It could have been 10 minutes. Buendia? Nah. Sure, Daniel Farke, would he want to come, the player? Nah, he's all right. That's it. It's not. People act like it's this thing that you spend so much time on. It's just a quick discussion. It's just an inquire. It's like when I go for a job, I see a job at Manchester City, right? And I literally say, I'm not going to bother applying for that. I ain't got the CV. And then my girlfriend, my dad, my mates will tell me, just apply for it anyway. You never know. Why? What's the point? It's the same thing here, right? You're not going to get him, right? Apply. Ask. Why? What's the point? Just a waste of time. It takes 2 minutes to hand your CV in. It takes 2 minutes to inquire, right? It's not that deep. And another thing on the recruitment side of it as well, it's in the recruitment team that we didn't get a 10. I keep saying this. They can bring the names forward. The arguments that Angus spoke about in terms of there is a lot of arguments and disagreements between the recruitment side and the manager side. That is the most normal thing in football. That is the same in every single club around the world because a manager always wants better and always wants more, even if it doesn't exist. From one's perspective, from a data perspective, or a performance perspective, or a personality perspective, the manager always wants more, always. And the recruitment team go, what you're asking for, a player that good that we might not think is better than what we have, you think is better than what we have, doesn't exist. And he's going, well, it does exist. And then the higher ups get involved. Trust me, if it's anything, managers always want more from recruitment teams. Always. It's a never-ending battle. It will never end. All right? Because that's the managers. That's what they are. They think, there is them out there. They know better than us. They are higher and better than us. They are the coach. And that is fair enough. That is normal. That is not an issue. That is such a normal thing. So, yeah. I don't know. They're just two things that annoyed me. To inquire about a player isn't difficult. You never know. Maybe the Solomon thing was just an inquiry. And then Tottenham, because of our relationship we built up with Tottenham, they went, actually, he's not played in 2 years. He's not a threat of losing out international football by being in the Championship for a season with Israel, obviously. He's still there now. We've got a good relationship with Leeds United. We know Daniel Farke will get the best out of this player. We need to test his fitness. Does the player want to do it? The player will have said, yeah, I want to play football. I'm happy to go there this season and play football. I want to test myself. I want to see if I've still got it in my body. Buendia would have said, I don't want to go to the Championship. Solomon, who had the right to say he didn't want to go to the Championship because he's good enough, said, yeah, fine, let's do it. He wanted to stay in this country. He made that clear. He wanted to stay in this country. He was not going to play at Spurs. And look, maybe they didn't want him to go to the Premier League. Similar clubs around him that would have wanted him, maybe a Fulham on. I know you're already there, but them tiny teams around Spurs on loan. No, he didn't want to do that. Where's he going to get guaranteed minutes? Here with us. Test your fitness. 46 game season. Test your fitness. Perfect for it. It's about the personality. It's about what the player wants. Some players don't want to do it. They frown upon it. Some players will do it. That's fine. It's about trust and belief. And he wanted to come here, and I'm very happy with that. But yeah, that's just a little, believe it or not, you guys believe me or not, that's fine. I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care. I have my perspective, or people have their perspective. That's absolutely fine. Mine's based on what I think and from what I've experienced. Your guys will be based on what you think and what you experience. That's fine. All right, it's not that deep. That's just my thing. I don't see a problem with inquiring about a player like that. I did the scout reports. I don't think we'd have got him. Otherwise, I'd have mentioned him. I didn't think it was that realistic. But I didn't think Solomon would have been realistic either. I remember when we got linked with him, I went, what, serious? So, yeah. And it's the same problem with him. It's the injuries. But yeah. Anyway, the game. I'm looking forward to it. I just want football back. I want us to enjoy ourselves. I want us to just play. But it's a real statement if you can win this game. It's a real statement. We've got tough games coming up. We have to start it. And I'm really honest. I never say this. I'll be all right with a point. I know. I just would. Preparation. I can't stress this enough. I know I've said this a lot in this video. I'm sorry. Listen to me. Not that. It's just preparation. You never have enough time. Preparation is everything. Everything. Absolutely everything. Preparation is key in everything in football. So important. Without a perfect scenario of preparation, it's going to make things more difficult. It's going to really test those players and how much they really understand the system and how much mentality they have in terms of that little information and transferring that into a winning performance against a good team. If we played any other team in the Championship, this international break wouldn't have really bothered me. But it's a team that is very similar quality to us, right? I still think these guys have got it in them. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to maybe see, and it's bad news on Ramazani, by the way. That's Dan James. That's upsetting. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Bit meh. I like Dan James. People disrespect him. I don't get it. Were they watching last year? Do you know what I mean? Were you watching last season? It was unbelievable. But yeah, hope he gets better soon, man. 4 weeks. Unfortunate for him. But that leaves opportunities for the young players that we brought in. Ramazani, for example. Aronson, Monto, whoever it is on that side. Now's your chance to take that shirt. And just one thing before I finish. Wasn't it nice to see the way Farke spoke about Tanaka? A little smile on his face. He wanted him last season, like me. He's finally here. He likes this guy a lot. He will play. this season. He will be a main part in that side. He's wanted him for a year. He will play a lot. Not right now, but he will play. And I can't wait. But yeah, let's go. I'm ready. Big game. See what we've got. See what we're made of. Looking forward to it. We should still win. I think we will win. I back us to win. Tough. Good side. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think. See you guys in a bit. Peace.